Hi.
Hello everyone, I'm Kid Rust, and this is my shop buddy, Little Rust. Hang symbols. Alright, let's get started. This is my second YouTube video. This is my first project video. And what I'm going to be working on is actually inspired by something I posted on Instagram and Facebook a short time ago. It was a creative challenge where I dump out a bucket of scrap pieces from other projects and I try to come up with a small desktop sculpture. And what you see here, I'm just trying to come up with a composition. I have no clue, no idea what I'm going to do. Nothing whatsoever. And I'm just trying to spark creativity. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm coming up, oh, wait a second. That doesn't look productive. Oh, I'm pulling for the guy in the flannel. Come on. Oh, he lost. Anyway. So, yeah, back to it. Here I am, just, again, going through things, just trying to get a feel for the size, the scope, the scale, everything. And it takes a while, actually. I broke it down into smaller sections, but this took me over 15-20 minutes just to mess with the pieces of metal. And here I am, looking at it, not really liking what I'm seeing. So I eventually just kind of push it all aside, and I go to my trusty soapstone. I find that when I have an idea or a concept in my head and I'm trying to get it on paper, just that motion, that fluid motion of the writing device, just, I don't know, something about it, it just seems to have a more organic flow to it. This is in real time now, and I'm just imagining where the line is going to go before I actually draw it, and then I execute. So I worked on this for a while, and that's what I came up with. That is the ultimate design, or ultimately that's the design I chose. The only thing that I changed from this, in the big circle, the big ring, there's that little circle at the end. I got rid of that, and you'll see that in the final product at the end of the video. What I'm doing now, I'm just going through the pile and finding pieces that closely match the lines underneath. And I'm going to continue to do this for a little bit here until all of the soapstone is covered. Then later on I'll refine the shapes and get them even closer down to what I want. And hey, satisfaction. Not too shabby. Alright, so what I'm going to do here for you is, since I actually did not record this process, I'm kind of faking it here. I forgot to hit the record button, so this is solely for your benefit. I don't have to do this next part because it's already done. But I'm overlapping the pieces, and I'm drawing a line where they overlap, and then I will use my plasma cutter to cut that line, because there's 3 pieces there that you see that are kind of larger and oddly shaped. I'm going to weld those together so later on I can cut a ring out of them, because that's the shape that I'm going for. So again, this is purely for your benefit. This was already done. But yeah, I have to pay attention to hitting the record button. Hot tamales, push that aside. It doesn't feel good when you put your hand down on those cherry red things. I've done it a few times. So I go ahead and I continue this process, and I do it for all of the pieces. I switch in between using the bolt cutters or the plasma cutter, whatever's quicker to get the very rough, I mean it's rough, the very rough shape of what I'm trying to go for here. And I'm sorry about the autofocus. I can't do much about that. I'm just shooting on my Android phone. So all the shapes are roughed out, and I'm just going to be tack welding, and then I'll fully weld everything. I'm not going to show me actually welding it all up. That's just, I mean, welding's just a standard practice. Everybody has seen that before. And there's a part in here, it looks like I hit my finger with the wire wheel, but I don't. So I did not hurt myself. So I'm doing this cleanup so that I can weld these pieces together. That way when I weld them through the ring that I create, looks like a solid piece instead of 3 pieces welded together. And then this next segment is me cleaning off the slag. I could have used a larger hammer, but I chose a small one just so I could hear the multiple hammer hits. I love the way hammer hits sound when they're sped up. So I'm actually going to keep my mouth shut so that not only you can enjoy it, but I can enjoy this video when I watch it again. So there's going to be a whole section dedicated to just sped up hammer hits. And here it is. What I'm about to do is I'm going to start shaping some of the other scrap pieces into arches to fit the shape of the overall design. So again, I'm going to shut up now. Enjoy. Good stuff, good stuff. Now, what I'm doing here, I'm just cleaning up the ring that I cut out. Unfortunately, I didn't show you guys me actually using the plasma torch to cut this out. I'm having problems with this editing software that I purchased. So I left several clips out just because I've already spent well over 15 hours on this short little video. I'll get into that maybe in another video, but just clean up right here. And here you go. All the pieces are, all the shapes are cut out, polished up a bit, and then I have to weld everything together. So I'm not going to show the full process of me welding. I'm just going to give you a little glimpse into me spot welding it here. That giant metal puck is just to hold things down. Sometimes the MIG wire pushes pieces out of the way before it starts welding, and this just kind of holds everything together. And again, I'm not going to show the full welding, so I'll concentrate more on that in another video. This video, I just kind of wanted to show every process, kind of every step throughout the process. Yep, there it is. It's very delicate at this point. If I were to drop it right now, it would shatter. Anyway, so again, it's fully welded at this point, and what I'm doing now is a technique that I've seen done to other things, but I've never done it myself. But I figured, creative challenge, why not challenge myself with technique? So I'm just taking a brazing rod here, a nice brass brazing rod, and this is real time. This is how long it takes. And the idea is I'm going to coat the ring and the small little circles in brass. I want to give it a contrast between that, and you'll see here in a little bit I'm putting like a flame patina on the rest of the metal. Kind of gives it this nice iridescent feel. And what you can't see, because the flame's hiding it and the camera lens can't pick it up, is the rod melting. And I keep going back over it to keep the puddle fluid. And where you put your heat, the puddle will move to. So I'm trying to get a nice even coat the whole the whole way around. So that's what I'm doing here. And if you look in the background where I started the brazing, you can already see the yellow starting to show through, that nice beautiful brass yellow as it's cooling off. Now I just want to do the ring, so I'm skipping all the straight and curved pieces that I attached to the ring. So I finished all the coating with the brass, and now I'm just giving it a nice flame patina. You'll get a nice surface color on metal if you heat it up at different temperatures. I can't remember what the temps are right now to get the color that you want. I mean, you can find all kinds of charts, you can Google it, you can watch YouTube videos, but I'm just experimenting now, trying to see what color I want, when to stop. If I hold it there too long, it will actually go beyond the color that I want and almost turn that silvery, clean metal look again. Here's a good shot. I keep pulling the flame away because I don't want the metal to heat up again, because I wanted to have that nice kind of iridescent blue with a few like purples mixed in there. And when I pull the flame away, you can actually see the patina kind of develop like a Polaroid picture. And here again, this is all real time. This is how long it takes with this setup. I'm using a oxygen propane setup. I grew up using propane. I know a lot of people like acetylene, but you can do pretty much anything acetylene can do. And you can use propane to do it, and propane's cheaper. It doesn't get as hot, but it's never stopped me. I've cut pieces of metal that were 8 inches thick with a number 4 tip before. People say you can't, but you can. All right. After I got the patina on, I cleaned it up with a little bit of acetone to get all the oils off. Took a wire wheel to it to clean off any of the black glass aggregate that can collect on metal after you braze. There was a lot of contaminants in the surface of the metal, so that kind of comes through when the flux melts. And here I'm just shooting it with some clear coat. I believe that's enamel. I'm going to do several coats of this. Just for here though, I'm showing you real time again the process. I should be wearing a mask. What you don't see is when I'm downwind, I'm actually holding my breath. When I'm upwind, I'm not. Not an excuse not to wear a mask, but that's what it is. And here soon you'll see my boy. He's gonna do his little debut. You see him at the beginning, and now he wants some more time.
Looks good. Looks very good.
You clean up some of the fibers in the cloth.
Yeah.
That's going on YouTube.
I know.
And here it is, the final product. It stands about 17 3/4 inches tall. Nice flame patina on there and brass. It's clear coated, like I said. My name is stamped in the top of the base, and I'm going to put either rubber feet or felt on the bottom. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you look down in the description, there will be links to my Instagram and Facebook account. Take a look at those, like them, like this video, and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any suggestions of something you might like to see in the future, put it down in the comments, and I'll do my best to maybe tackle that sometime. Until next time, take care and enjoy. Thank you.